What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another week, another episode of Unfiltered Waters. And I have to pause before I go any further. I was sitting and having a meeting with my producer this week and going over just all the data. You guys know I love data of YouTube and the percentages and all the back end stuff that you guys don't need to worry about. But there is one stat that you do need to worry about. So 70% of you are watching and listening to our wonderful episodes, but you're not subscribed. There's a cute little black button that says subscribe at the top of our YouTube page, and 70% of you just haven't made that little click, that little quick motion that helps support Unfiltered Water. So I will stop. I can now sleep at night and sleep like a baby now that you guys have hit that subscribe button, and I will move on with this episode. But thank you so much in advance for the support. Now let's get to the good stuff. So this week we have CrossFit Games athlete, World Fitness Project athlete, and Team Adidas athlete, Sydney Wells. And Sydney is a twin sister to Brooke Wells, a 10-time CrossFit Games athlete. And if you all remember, Brooke was on the podcast a while back, and we were really, really excited by your guys' feedback when it came to Brooke and her talking about CrossFit, the sport, the inner workings, the mentality. And we drew so many parallels from CrossFit to swimming, just in terms of the grind that it takes, the hours. I mean, we learned from Sydney this week that CrossFit actually has more hours of training in the day, if you can believe it. And it was really, really fun just to get to know Sydney a lot better, hear her story of being a college track athlete, retiring, and then moving on to just having a normal sales job, which I very much related to, and then just starting CrossFit and then going to the games 2 years later, which I still don't feel like people truly realize how impressive that is. Like, she may not even truly realize how impressive that is. Being a CrossFit Games athlete is like going to the Olympics. I mean, she's a top 30 in the world athlete, and her day that she describes, and, the ups and the downs, and that, controlling what you can control. There's just so many parallels to swimming. And then we had some fun. We did the grip strength challenge again. So you'll have to watch or listen to see how close she gets to Brooke, or if she beats Brooke. And just really, really cool just hearing her story and hearing from another sport. I always feel like I get little tidbits and bring them into my own mental toughness and mentality, and, just living a truly authentic life. So I will let you guys listen or watch. Thank you again for the support. So without further ado, please enjoy our conversation with Sydney Wells.
Swimmer, there were days when I'd swim for hours, pushing my body to its absolute limit. But what I had to learn was how much mental exhaustion played into my overall performance. That's something most people don't talk about, the mental toll that comes with high performance. After physical activity, the brain's energy stores become depleted, leading to cognitive fatigue. IM8 combines 92 premium ingredients, including essential vitamins, minerals, and bioactive compounds, all at clinical doses to support your overall health and performance. Data from a 12-week clinical study on real users found that 95% of participants reported improved overall well-being. You do not have to be an elite athlete to feel the benefits, even though it is NSF certified. All of my friends and family that I have shared this with have agreed that not only is it delicious, but they felt a significant difference in their energy levels. So don't wait in giving IM8 a try. You can use code UNFILTERED for 10% off your first order.
Sydney Wells, welcome to Unfiltered Waters.
Thanks. I'm super excited.
Yes. And if you're watching at home, we had your twin, Brooke, on probably, 6?
It was a while ago.
Yeah. And I just want to preface this conversation of so Brooke broke records as the highest viewed, listened to episode that's not a swimmer. And she was our first CrossFit Games athlete. Okay. And I was very intrigued by that, but also not, because I think there's just so many similarities, parallels between CrossFit and swimming. And so it just really resonated, which is why I'm excited to talk to you today.
Oh, yay. I didn't know that. That's awesome. It doesn't surprise me, but
Yeah.
Either. I think a lot of people want to learn more too.
Yes.
And that's why we're so thankful to have you guys here and your expertise and your willingness to like share your life and what you're doing with us, because I think as an outsider, it's already impressive, but then when you learn more about it, it just becomes increasingly so the more that you learn about it. So thank you for willing to educate us and everyone that's listening too.
Yeah.
So do you want to get started from the beginning?
Yeah, I feel like let's give people your background is so interesting and also inspiring on many different aspects.
Yeah, and we get questions a lot about transitions, and so that's something we're really excited to talk to you about, because we feel like you've gone through a lot of big transitions throughout your life and your career. And that's just always a topic that comes up, of especially people that are leaving sport, whether it's college, whether it's professional, and they're kind of moving on, and we're grappling with that question of identity. And so I think your story, which we'll get into in particular, is just so fascinating with kind of the journey you took. But we'll start way back and just talk about, you and Brooke growing up, how athletic you were, how that led into college, what you did in college, and kind of how your athletic journey began and led you to where it did.
Okay. Yeah. Well, this is a long story.
We'll settle in.
We like that.
Well, growing up, we did like every sport in the book. We stuck a lot with gymnastics, did that for a while, and then we kind of got into track. Been super competitive our whole life. Like, I think just being twins, like, you always want to beat the other one. It's crazy. So, did gymnastics for a while, did track in high school, and then I ended up doing track in college. My sister didn't do track. She did CrossFit. We had started that like our senior year of high school. So I only did CrossFit for 1 year in high school. Then I did track for 4 years. I ran the 400 at the University of Missouri in the 4x4. That was awesome. I actually didn't expect to like do it all 4 years. And I ended up loving it so much. It's kind of funny. Like, I never really liked track that much, but I was like good at it.
Yeah.
So I stuck with it. Really enjoyed being like a college athlete and all of that. Brooke went and did CrossFit while I was doing track. So she just got like really, really good at CrossFit, started competing. When I graduated college, I wanted to be done with competing sports, all that. So I got like a regular job. And I saw my sister like competing still, like, and I was just realized that like I was missing something like physically and mentally challenging, because like the way you push yourself in CrossFit is just way different than anything I've ever done in my life. So I was doing CrossFit classes for a while, just while I had a full-time job. I worked at ADP. I was a sales associate selling payroll to small businesses, and just like really enjoying pushing myself in the gym while also having like the balance of like a normal life. But then like COVID hit and everything, and I was like, I kind of just want something more. So I started actually training for a marathon, which is so weird because like I'm not like a long runner, but I didn't want to like do it for like a time. I just wanted to like push myself in different areas. And then it got canceled due to COVID.
Oh no.
How far into the training were you at that point?
I had done 16 miles.
So pretty far along. That's
Yeah.
like a couple more long runs and then you're done. Oh,
Yeah,
that
I feel like
sucks.
I didn't really have like a training plan. I would just kind of run and then stop when I wanted to. But I think I was,
What? Like so how did you know to do 16 miles? You're like, this seems right.
yeah, I just like, I went like 10, 12,
Yeah,
14,
yeah.
16.
Pretty on track for what they
And
say.
you have a very well experienced history, so you had some idea.
Yeah, I didn't really know what I was doing, but I was just running.
Yeah.
I love that. I just ran until I felt like stopping.
I mean, if that was the case, I'd make it like 3 miles. So I'm impressed you made it 16 when you had the option to
Yeah.
just like peace out.
Well, I genuinely felt like once I hit 7, I was like, I could run forever now. It was like getting over the 7, and then I was like,
That's interesting. Mine
Yeah.
is 5.
oh, really?
Yep. I get to 5 and then I'm like, okay, I'm good. I could settle in here for a while now.
And I don't ever have that.
Really?
You would if you ran like long.
But I did. I did a marathon.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like, and I did like the 18, the 16, the 12, like, and every single mile, I was like,
So even your training runs, there was never like a mile that you hit where you were like kind of like settled and you're like, okay.
No,
I
if
can-
someone was like, you can stop right now, I'd be like,
Yeah, but-
thank the good Lord I'm stopping. Like, I never hit the runner's high. I know.
crazy.
Maybe it was my attitude.
I don't know, maybe.
History of a
Do you
swimmer.
have like good music?
No, I kind of serial killered it and just went silent.
Okay, maybe that would help. Some
Okay.
music.
Okay. Anyways, we digress. So you're running 16 miles of your own free will.
Yeah. And then got canceled. So like 2 weeks later was like the quarterfinals for CrossFit. So it's like, well, I guess I'll just do these, see what happens, just do them for fun. So well, with CrossFit it goes like the open, quarterfinals, semifinals, the games. That's like the process. And so this was like the second stage. Literally it was just doing it for fun. You're supposed to like record the workouts and submit videos. I didn't even record them because I was like, no one's going to need to see this footage. I'm not going to like go anywhere with this. And then ended up qualifying for semifinals without trying. So then I was like, okay, like maybe there is something here. And so, so you have to like record the videos and submit 2 scores before the final 3. So you get to like see your placement before you submit your final scores. So you kind of know like where you're at.
Wait,
if that makes
explain
sense.
that. So 2 scores meaning you can do it 2 times?
So like there's 5 workouts. And
Yeah.
so the first 2 say they're due on like Saturday. And then the second 3 are due on like Sunday.
Okay.
So you get to like
okay.
see where you stack up before you put your remaining results in.
Got it.
Yeah, so like put my first 2 scores in and I was like, you had to be top 120 and I was in 100. So I was like, oh my gosh, I have to actually take this seriously now. So then I started recording my videos and then I had to go back to the gym that I did the first 2 at and get like surveillance footage and submit that.
Oh my God, and that worked?
Yeah, back then that would not work these days. Trust me. I'm like, this is so different now. But yeah, it worked. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
Wait, and for people who are watching, listening, you need to explain just the difficulty of what that is because I don't think anyone could just waltz into a gym and be like, whoops, I qualified. Like, what were the workouts that you qualified in?
Like what the workouts?
Yeah, like explain even just one workout.
Just like rope climb, GHD, pistol squats, like
Pistol squats are the bane
handstand
of my
push-ups.
existence.
Like I have been doing this stuff in like classes, but not like
Yeah.
at a competitive level. So like I surprised myself, and so after that, that was 2021. So I got to compete in my first semifinal, which was just so crazy. It was like still my favorite semifinal to this day because no pressure, no expectations. So like I feel like I blacked out on every workout in like the best way. Like it was so great. That was 2021, and then I kind of just decided from there I wanted to start competing because I loved it so much. And then I was still working a full-time job though. Yeah, it was really hard to do both. But then by 2023, I qualified for the CrossFit Games. So the journey was like really good from 2021 to 2023. Like I was like, it's kind of like not really very common to qualify for the games with 2 years of training.
No.
A lot of people like train a lot longer than that.
That's wild.
So it was great. But then like the next year and the year after that haven't been great. So it's been a journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like and you can speak to this more, but I feel like a good comparison is like swimming on occasion and then going to a meet and getting an Olympic trial cut.
100. That is 100%.
Is that
correct.
yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's just like, okay, I'm gonna dabble in this, but then I'm gonna go and qualify for the hardest qualification that our country has to offer.
Yeah, I mean the CrossFit Games is, for people who don't know, essentially it's 40, 60?
So it's
top 40 in the world.
Yeah, 40. This year they changed it to 30, but it's typically 40.
So like top 30, 40 in the world to do that after 2 years. And it's not like you were in a sport, like running the 400. I mean, how much strength stuff were you doing kind of coupled with running? Like that's the piece
not that much.
Yeah. So how did you build that up? That like, were you going every single day? Were you dialed into it because of Brooke? Like how did you do that?
So I was going to like the CrossFit classes, like the
Yeah,
affiliate
yeah.
classes for an hour. Maybe like once a month I would go train with my sister like on a Saturday. But yeah, just like the CrossFit classes.
And were you just murdering everybody?
I mean, I guess.
Yes, you can just say yes.
Yeah, I mean, I knew I had potential, but I didn't know it was like that much potential at the time.
Okay.
That must have been so exciting to kind of go
Yeah.
into something and just being like, I'm just going to try it. And then to just truly like blow your own self away of what you were capable of doing.
Yeah, it was super awesome.
That's amazing. When you were running track, when you were talking about it and mentioning not loving it, but then you obviously light up when you talk about CrossFit. What do you think the difference is there? Like, what is the thing that is different about CrossFit that truly makes you love it?
I think one of the things is just like the variety of things. I think with track, I just kind of got like bored running the same thing. Like every week we knew exactly what to expect, what our workouts were going to be. And now with like CrossFit, I go in every day and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing. There's just so many things that you can do, which is like a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
But I just think like the variety and like the challenges, like each workout domain is completely different. Like I can do like a 3-minute workout some days or a 30-minute workout.
Yeah.
So take us to the CrossFit Games in 2023, because we've had so many swimmers on that have talked about going to their first world champs or Olympics and they have this extreme case of imposter syndrome. So was that the case for you, or how did you manage that?
To be honest, I think because I had been to my sister's competitions like every year. So I'd been to the CrossFit Games like maybe like 7 times at this point, just like as a spectator. So being on the other side was like super crazy. I think like I knew what to expect in a way. I don't know. I was like really nervous and like it was my rookie year, but I felt like pretty comfortable.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Is the tunnel, so we have the ready room. What is the tunnel like before you run out?
It's nothing crazy.
I feel like it looks crazy. It looks stressful to me when I see it on TV. Yeah.
So basically like you'll corral like 10 minutes before you go out there. So they're like just like little silver, I don't know what you would call those.
Like you mean like the dividers kind of?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're just sitting in your lane for like, they're like 2 minutes and then you line up and you go out. It's nothing crazy.
So there's not like trash talk or people talking or like, because I feel like in swimming there's different personalities within the ready room. Like she's smiling and laughing. I'm like,
I'm trying to like distract myself.
Yeah, I'm kind of like
I'm
that.
I might throw up. But like, there's different personalities that
There
really
definitely
showcase.
is.
Okay, so like within that, because how many people are in when you do a final? Is it
Typically
10?
10. Yeah.
Okay, so similar. Pretty
Yeah.
similar. Okay.
Yeah, I guess it just depends who you're by. Like I used to be like that, like super focused, and now I realize I like get really stressed out. So I'll like try to like small talk with the person next to me, but sometimes they're like super focused. So it just depends who you're next to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your mentality, when you are about to head out, and again, comparisons with swimming, like for a fact that you're about to be in a lot of pain.
Yeah,
like
typically.
you are well aware that the one thing you can guarantee is that you are about to be in immense physical pain. I am so curious as to your mentality when you know that that's about to happen, when you know the difficulty of these workouts that you are taking on, you are pushing your body to its absolute max. How are you talking to yourself in those moments to kind of prepare for what's about to come?
I think like over the years I've learned that you just have to go into them like with a lot of confidence, and especially like when they're the longer workouts, you need to be smart. You don't want to like kill yourself within the first 2 minutes and have to hold on to that for the remaining. So I think just like being confident in your pacing and knowing that like by the end of the workout you'll have another gear and just trusting that.
Have you learned that the hard way?
For sure.
Yeah.
Even like if I take some time off and I come back and I'm like, okay, I'm going out way too hot, like I don't have the confidence that I'll be fine at the end of the workout. So just like being smart, I think, is like what I've learned the most.
And what gives you the most confidence?
Pushing myself in training.
Yeah.
So just like knowing that I can trust my training and what I've been doing to practice helps a lot.
We asked Brooke this question. I think that's the thing that I still can't wrap my head around is in swimming, your event is the event. Like track and field, right? Like you're doing the 400, you've trained for the 400. You don't know what the workout's going to be. So how do you trust your training when it's not the exact thing that you've done in training?
Yeah, I mean, we know like basically every workout that you go into training, you have to strategize beforehand.
Yeah.
So we just have a lot of practice with strategizing different workouts, and you just have to rely on being able to know what you're capable of and knowing yourself. But also like a really big part of CrossFit is being able to adjust on the fly.
Yeah.
I can't. I said the same thing with Brooke. I was like, I cannot imagine like just swimming every stroke and then just being in the finals ready room, someone being like, okay, 400 IM, go. Like, I would be like, no.
The anxiety, like, yeah, is it just something you get used to? Because I think the anxiety in me would just like skyrocket.
Honestly, like some competitions release the workouts before, so you have time to practice them, and then some don't, and it just depends like on who you're talking to for preference.
Okay.
Some people prefer being able to practice, and some people don't. Like there are athletes who the workout will get announced and they won't do it
Interesting.
because they don't want to know like the pain, literally.
What are you?
I practice it.
Yeah. I would do the same, I think.
Yeah.
Were you also the kind that like to know the workout before?
Always.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like sometimes depending on the coach, they like would have the workouts printed and you would either be the ones like staring at it before you got in to see what was coming, or there were the people that were like, don't even, I want to see that.
I don't.
I don't want to know?
I bring everything that I need for training. I don't open it until I get there.
Wow.
Yeah, so people will be like, hey, what do you have tomorrow? And I'm like, I'm not looking. And then I'll just like give them it. They can look, but I don't look.
Does that carry over to the rest of your life?
Probably.
That's nice. Yeah. I wish.
You were not like that.
No, but I actually wish I had a little bit more of a mix to that, because I was very envious of those people that were like, you know what will be will be. Mm-hmm. I'll attack it in the moment. And I'm like, no, I need to know the night before. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's I actually think that's a great quality.
It's an amazing quality.
Yeah.
Really? See, it's mainly just because if I have a horrible workout, like I won't sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like if I'm like, tomorrow's like a 10-minute max cal echo, will literally not be able to sleep thinking how horrible that's going to be.
That is horrible.
Yeah.
Can you take people through an average day or one of your harder days?
Yeah.
Because it is, I will just say this and people can argue me to the death. It is way harder than a normal swimming day. It just is. It is. It's like 7 hours. You don't train 7 hours.
Crazy. It's a lot of stuff. So basically I'll get to the gym, warm up for like 30 minutes. Sometimes a little bit longer than that. Do like a strength. So say I had like power clean pulls, back squat, maybe like a bench press. And then I would do like a skill piece. So say like muscle ups and handstand push-ups.
But that's called a skill. It sounds like like muscle ups, for people who don't know, is literally like you swing, you go, and you have to go all the way up on the rings, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's like arguably the hardest CrossFit movement.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I'll do a skill piece for a little bit, and then I'll have my conditioning piece. So that's the Metcon. So it can be anything like 21, 15, 9, thrusters, echo bike, into something else. Like it just depends on the day.
And that's how long?
It just depends. It can be anywhere from like 10 to 30 minutes.
I'm trying to put this into, so I feel like, because I've done that workout, and I feel like it's like swimmers, imagine you're basically sprinting as hard as you can for 30 minutes straight.
Yeah.
I mean, that literally is what it feels like, you know?
Yeah. And then after that, we'll do like accessories, so like a bodybuilding piece. So just like basically strength that's not Olympic weightlifting. Okay. So like box step ups, dumbbell bench press, And like I'll do like shoulder and elbow health type things, like rehab. And then after that, I'll rest for like 30 minutes to 45 minutes, and then I have like my cardio piece.
So what hour are we on right now?
So I think the strength takes a long time. I kind of always plan for each piece to be at least 30 minutes.
Okay.
So like warm up and then like 3 lifts, that's 2 hours. Skill takes about an hour. So that's 3. Metcon 45 minutes, accessory 15. So we're at about 5 hours right now.
Okay.
Continue.
Yeah.
And continue. We're not done.
We're not done yet.
And then I'll finish with my cardio piece, which is like an hour. So it'll be like around 6 hours roughly. But I do like to like have quality pieces, so I'll rest a decent amount between. So yeah, like the cardio, and I'll give you what I did yesterday. It was like a 24-minute EMOM with echo bike, rowing, box step overs, and hang clean and jerks.
Dang.
Yeah.
Were you toasted?
Yeah, it was pretty dead. It was like a part A, and then you'd rest 6 minutes, and then you'd go into a part B, and those are just always so hard.
Yeah.
How are you fueling yourself over this amount of time? Like, I'm sure that has taken some time for you to like really key in exactly what works for you, and like when you're pushing your body for this amount of time.
Yeah, I count my macros,
Yeah.
so I'll just tell you what they are. It's like 170 protein, 80 fat, 450 carbs, and that's when I'm like training pretty hard.
Yeah.
So I found that I like to eat like a huge breakfast because I don't like to eat much throughout the day. Like while I'm training, I'll have a lunch. It'll be like chicken, rice, sweet potato. Have you guys ever had like the fig bars?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wait, no. Like fig Newtons, is that dumb?
No. It's not
No.
Okay.
I don't know what. I think they're literally just called fig bars.
Yes.
They're
Okay.
super good. I
Okay.
eat those too. And then I'll get home, and it doesn't matter what time it is. Like, I will eat dinner basically right when I get home.
I bet. Yeah.
So, like, even if that's 4:30,
Yep.
so I'll eat, like, a massive dinner. And then a snack. It's pretty easy to get the food in throughout the day because I take a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My husband does 70.3s, and he's on a triathlon team, and that has been one of like the biggest learning pieces for him because he was a swimmer as well. And I remember him coming to me one day and he's like, after learning all this, he's like, I am shocked that we were not fueling ourselves during our workouts.
Yeah.
Like he was like, the fact that we were swimming 2 hours straight and not like, we didn't have a gel. We didn't have like, he was like, now that I've learned all this, he's like, I cannot believe that we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
Because he's just had to learn like on the bike, on the run, like he's just constantly having to fuel when you're doing something for 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
You would just bonk. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So talk to us a little bit about you referenced this earlier about kind of those 2 years. I know there's been lots of ups and downs.
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to share, I totally understand.
no,
but
I
I would
am.
love to just talk about last year, what went down. I'll say my opinion. I thought it was BS, but I'm just gonna throw that out there. But just experiencing that, and then still being there for your sister to support. I imagine that was probably bittersweet.
Yeah, for sure. So last year during quarterfinals, you have to record it like we talked about earlier and submit the video. They're a lot stricter these days now.
Sounds like it.
Yeah. So I had qualified for semifinals, and then I got a penalty on the box step-ups. They said that my hips didn't come through all the way in my box step-ups. So they took away I think 60 of my reps, which made me go from I think I got 7th in the workout, or maybe 11th or something, all the way down to 143rd. So it took my overall placement way outside of, oh wait, that's wrong actually. Sorry, it's been a while. I got almost 900th on the workout, and I got 143rd overall. And you had to be top 40, I think, at the time. So I didn't qualify for semifinals that year because they gave me such a large penalty. Mm-hmm. And it was so crazy at the time because it was happening to so many people.
Yeah.
So 25% of the top 40 got the same penalty as me and fell out of the qualifying spot. So like honestly the whole time like I was thinking like there's no way this is actually gonna go through. Like I thought they'd give us all back their reps because it happened to like 1/4 of the athletes. But then they stuck to it. Yeah.
And
It's
that's
crazy.
That's a big difference too. Is I think the thing we all love about our sport is it's so black and white, right?
Yeah.
Of us, like if you touch the wall first, you won. You know, like there's
True,
just like,
yeah.
of course we have disqualifications and things like that as well. But how does that factor into it? Like when you know that you are submitting these videos to be judged and to be seen, like does it help that you know there's that same level of accountability, or does it make it hard in these scenarios when you feel like there's these decisions being made that not everyone agrees with?
Yeah, I feel like sometimes they can just be way off. It's just like what one person sees someone else might see, but it makes it hard when you're going through it because you want to make sure that all your reps are like spot on exactly how they're supposed to be, but you're also trying to go as fast as you possibly can.
Yeah.
So it makes it like really tricky because like maybe this girl over here isn't hitting full lockout and she's going like way faster than you and you're hitting full lockout and no one ends up penalizing her. So it is just kind of crazy. They become way more strict because of that recently.
How do you get through something like that? I think the hardest thing in life to get through when you feel like it's not fair, right? You can kind of
Yeah.
overcome something where you're like, this happened and okay, I can see it. But there's
Yeah.
so many athletes that I've talked to in our sport where they get DQ'd and maybe they don't agree with the disqualifications. Like there's some, we had a girl who got disqualified at the Olympics and it knocked her out of medal
my
placings. So how do you mentally then get back up from when they finally give you that delivering
Yeah.
statement?
I think the hardest part was honestly like when they gave me the penalty, it wasn't completely like validated until like Monday and they gave it to me on like Saturday. So like Saturday and Sunday were like the worst days of my life because I was just like hoping that like they would reverse it. And then like once it was like final, I was like, okay, like I can move on from this. Like I have like answers. And I think it helped too. Like it sucks for everyone, but it was a lot of people going through the same thing at the time. We literally had like an Instagram group of like everyone that got the penalty and people would just keep getting added and stuff. And like we were trying to do stuff about it, but nothing ended up happening. But yeah, it was hard. At first I was like, I don't know if I ever want to do CrossFit again because like I felt like they just like took something from me. But then like I ended up doing a High Rocks literally 2 weeks after, and it was just like cool to like get the opportunity to do something I wouldn't have done else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you crushed that.
I don't know if I crushed it, but I enjoyed doing something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so hard.
We are embarking on a High Rocks journey next
Really?
year.
A relay.
Yes.
A relay.
That'll be
Yes.
so fun. Wait, who's going to be on it?
It's just 4 of our girlfriends. So Katie and I, and then 2 of our best girlfriends. And I'm really excited, honestly.
Yeah. The
about
matching
this.
outfits is
we're-
maybe what I'm most
Yeah.
excited
We're
for.
particularly excited about the matching outfit.
Such a classic, like, okay. But yeah, I mean, I think that's what I think CrossFit set out to do, right? The community and the fun. And I don't know what your thoughts are now on kind of how it's shifted after being at this last CrossFit watching Brooke, but I feel like that's what we can start talking about WFP and High Rocks, but what are your thoughts on all of that? Just like this, for people who don't know, this migrating movement of people that are leaving CrossFit, going to World Fitness Project, going to High Rocks. What do you think about all of it?
I think what's so like attracting people is that like it's something that like the general population can do.
Yes.
CrossFit.
Like us.
Yeah. No. Like CrossFit used to be that. And I think that's why people loved it so much was if you look back like in 2013 and like the younger days, everyone could do the workouts. They just couldn't do them at like as fast as the professionals were doing them, but it made it like super fun to watch because it was like things that everyone could do.
Relatable.
Yeah. And so I think that's something that like High Rocks is doing really well with, is that it's something that like people can just hop in. And also the consistency is really cool. Like, of course, like now they are having some issues with like the sleds and stuff, but it seems to be like very fair the way that they do it.
Yes.
We were also talking about that before you came over too, of like how much relatability matters when it comes to like the investment and popularity in a sport. And I was telling Katie, it's kind of like the difference between running and swimming. Is running, when you're watching it on the Olympics and you see how fast these athletes are running, a lot of people have run before. So like they know how fast it is that they're going. And swimming, even though a lot of people have swum before, it may not have been competitively. So like we just had one of the greatest swimmers ever this past summer at Worlds. He just broke the world record and went a 1:52 in the 200 IM, which if you don't know swimming at all, you're like, okay.
Like, look at your face right now.
But if you tell anyone in swimming that, they're like, jaw is on the ground. They're like, how is that possible? But it's hard to find that relatability, which is why I always laugh when I see the comment of people saying that they just want like a regular swimmer in the pool at the Olympics just for like context, like to show like just how fast these athletes are going. So I think that is what makes it so fun. And it's also what makes it so inspiring. Is like you see these amazing athletes doing it, but you're also have that like little spark of like, could I do this too? Is this something I could, do for myself, for my health, like for fun? And it seems attainable, which I think makes it really fun for people.
Yeah, I think so too.
What's up, party people? If you are an Unfiltered Waters fan for just even a little bit, you have heard us talk about Dream Recovery. And from the start, Dream Recovery has been dedicated to providing a suite of tools to helping human beings reach their highest potential through sleep and recovery. And so, as you can see here, if you're watching, you can see my swaggy blue light blocking day glasses. I've also got my swaggy blue light blocking night glasses, and they've got their brand new style, which is killing it. If you're listening, then go on Instagram or Google it. And then I'm holding up my Dream Tape Plus. Of course, they've got the Dream Strips that are those vertical ones if you're a little bit nervous of having your mouth taped shut. But the Plus, of course, is that amazing skincare. It's got collagen, it's got aloe vera, it's got vitamin C. I wake up and my lips are flawless. And then, of course, the Performance Sleep Mask is something that I cannot do without. Athletes, we always talk about controlling the controllables. Well, guess what? A sleep mask is step one to doing that, whether you're in an airplane, whether you're in a hotel room. Like, you can't always know what your environment's going to be. So being able to make sure you can black it out completely is huge. So without further ado, you know the drill. It's code Unfiltered30 for 30% off your order. So go shopping and get everything you need to live at your highest potential.
So educate us on World Fitness Project, because I feel like that's kind of the newest craze in the last 6 months. So how did you get into it? How sick are the jackets that they gave you?
Yeah, those were cool.
And you have one coming up. Well, when this podcast publishes, you will have been a week removed from your competition in Mesa.
Perfect. Okay.
So talk to us about all of that.
Yeah, it's super cool. So Will Morad, he's a friend of ours. He saw a great opportunity to start like a new league. And so World Fitness Project, it started this year. It's basically a competition for the top 30 athletes to compete. I would say like it's games level field. Like the athletes are really good. So there's 3 competitions. The first 2 are just like normal. They're called like Tour 1, Tour 2, and then there's like a final. And so you have to qualify through the first 2 tours for the final. So we've already done Tour 1. Tour 2 is Mesa, so that's going to be, I guess, before this comes out.
Yes, we will be celebrating you when the podcast comes out.
And then the final is in December. And it's really unique because with CrossFit, like each competition is separate from each other. So like you can completely start over. But with World Fitness Project, you have points all year. So it's like a running leaderboard. So like my place from the first one matters throughout the whole year, which is super unique.
Yeah.
And so it's really cool. They just created like a new opportunity for athletes to compete because we train so much and so hard. And like before this, like there was only like the CrossFit Games that everyone trained for. And so just more opportunity to get to compete and it's really awesome.
Do you like the training or the competing better?
I like training a lot.
Yeah, that's how I was too.
Yeah.
I love training. What are you?
I mean, I wouldn't do the training if it weren't for the.
You
Yeah,
need the carrot.
I need the carrot.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like, but okay, I'll challenge both of you on that. Like, if there wasn't the carrot, would you do it?
No, I completely agree with that. Like, if I don't have something to train for, training sucks. But like, if I'm like training for something, I really enjoy training.
You like the day to day, like, kind of the little mini wins that happen.
Yeah.
throughout.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think mine's shifted different phases of my life. Like
Okay.
when I was a professional athlete, the carrot was,
Okay.
very necessary.
Okay. Now you're
Now at this phase, I'm like, I just love it because it's 45 an hour minutes, for just me,
Got it,
Like
got
I
it,
don't. Whereas, but my husband is totally different. Like he's still past that and he still needed no, he has to have something that he's like actively working for and goals that he's setting for himself. And meanwhile, I'm just like, I just want like a little quiet time before the girls wake up.
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking now. Now I'm just like, I want to feel and look my best.
Yeah,
I don't really have
I get
anything
that.
physical, but I think that's what so many athletes they transition out of, whether it's college or high school or professional, and they're like, wait, where's the carrot?
Yeah.
Do you think about that? I mean, how long are you hoping to? I mean, CrossFit's really hard on your body.
I know.
How long are you thinking ahead to that?
Yeah, I kind of am, like, especially recently with like the decline in CrossFit, I've kind of been like, what's next? But I feel like I will always want to do something,
Yeah.
at least for a little bit. Like, maybe after CrossFit, I'll do like high rocks, and then I don't know. I do kind of like want like the just working out to look good type
Yeah,
thing
I think that's great.
eventually.
Yeah.
But right now, I just don't see that happening anytime soon.
That's exciting.
That's really exciting. Really exciting.
I mean, we love that we get to keep watching you. So.
Oh, yeah.
So talk to us about the workouts in World Fitness Project, because I think like the relatability, but I was looking at them like they're still really, really hard. So people, let's be clear. It's still, I mean, you're still doing some of the CrossFit movements, but do you feel like, so do you know each time what they're going to be? Is that the big
So
difference?
World Fitness Project is essentially just CrossFit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he releases the workouts like 3 weeks in advance. So it's been nice. We've been like practicing. We've had them for like a week now. So we've been practicing like the movements. We haven't done the full workouts, but I think this weekend we're going to do like a mock weekend. So like we'll do Friday, Saturday, Sunday exactly like it'll be when we get there.
Dang. Are you
Which
nervous?
is like, yeah, I was going to say like you get really stressed out. This is almost more stressful than the competition because you want to build confidence in that like the workouts are going to go well. And if they don't go well, then you don't want to have that like in your head when you're competing.
Yeah.
It's like the mental roadblock to kind of.
Yeah. So anytime I'm like tired when it's like a mock like prep, I'm like literally just do this for the confidence that you can bring with you into the competition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. How has your definition of success for yourself changed throughout your kind of all the transitions that you've been through and all the different phases you've been in your career?
I think at first I would always be like, it would always be like a number on like the leaderboard or something. And now I realize that like it's successful if I just do my best and I try my best. And like, I want to walk away knowing that I did everything that I could. And like, sometimes there are people that are just better than you. So you that's like so out of your control. So I just want to control what I can and do my best. And that's successful for me.
It reminds me of Reagan's comments from this summer.
Yeah.
We had, there's these two female backstrokers right now. One is from the US and one's from Australia. And they are, I think, the two greatest female backstrokers in history. But they are just constant, like back and forth. And they're such great rivals. But this summer, the Australian Kaylee beat the US swimmer Reagan. And Reagan was getting interviewed after. And she was like, I just went my third best time ever. And like, I can't control what Kaylee does. So I'm going to choose not to be disappointed in second, but choose to be proud of going my third best time ever. And I just thought that was so awesome and like such a great perspective to have. Because obviously we all want our hand on the wall first. We want to be
For
the best
sure.
we've ever been, but we can't control what the people around us are doing. And so I think to have that perspective and still walk away with pride, knowing that you gave it your all is so important. I think it's one of the greatest lessons of sport.
Oh yeah. I mean, the fact that you can learn that while you're in it, I think same
Yeah.
thing with Reagan, like, I think is
Yeah.
such a gift, because a lot of times, and I was this way, you look back on it and you're like, oh, okay, I should have been proud in that moment, but you weren't. And so
Yeah.
the moment is fleeting, the moment has passed, and you kind of miss out on that joy that I think carries into the future. I feel like Brooke talked about this a little bit. So how much do you guys lean on each other or have that conversation?
Me and Brooke?
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Like around just being proud of yourself and not comparing yourself. And I would imagine you guys are super competitive. So
Oh,
how do
yeah.
you not compare yourself to her at the same time? And are you guys too competitive to even have those types of conversations?
Yeah, I feel like in the beginning we weren't that competitive because she was just like so much better than me and I was trying to get to her level, so she would help me a lot. Like I leaned on her a lot for like advice and helping me with things. So we weren't really competitive in the beginning, and then once I started getting like closer and closer to her level, it started to get a little bit more competitive. She just wouldn't want to like share her secrets with me anymore, which was fine. And I think we were competitive for a little bit, but now we just kind of like help each other. We don't like discuss workouts. So like say I'm doing these World Fitness Project workouts, I'm not going to tell her my strategy or my times or anything. But I think like the way that we support each other is so much stronger than any competitiveness we have with each other.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I as an only child, I can't imagine going through something like being that involved. I'm sure, as you mentioned, like there's things that are really great about it. And then there's also some things that I'm sure are challenging about it.
Yeah. It's been like, I feel like we both we're really not that competitive. It's kind of crazy. Maybe she is with me, but I'm not with her.
I have a quote I'm going to read you that may ignite that. No, I mean, I think it's like we have siblings in sport as well. And I think it has to be such a special bond because you guys only know what you're going through. And to have someone who is blood that's also going through that, I think is so special. And you referenced this when I was texting with you just about being at Brooke's 10th CrossFit Games, which the fact that that's a double-digit number is insane.
Wild.
Yeah.
What was that like being there and just being support for her?
Yeah. It was honestly crazy because I've been there so many times for her, and it was like, this is so crazy that it's the last one, but it's really cool. Like I've seen her work so hard over all the years, and I think that just like closing that chapter, I'm so excited to see what she's gonna do next. And I know she's ready to move on too. This has been her life for so long, so it was crazy. Like they played like a video for her and stuff, and I was like, I'm not gonna get emotional, and then I like start crying, and I'm like, this is just so crazy that it's all coming to an end.
Do you think she'll start sharing some of her secrets again?
Probably.
I'm like, what are these secrets? Can I know the secrets?
I don't even know if there are any, but if there is, she's not sharing them.
Do you want to go into rapid fire?
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
it.
perfect. So this is our hot seat rapid fire section. So
Okay.
just fun, silly questions to help us and our audience get to know you better. All right, you wake up first thing in the morning, coffee or pre-workout first?
Coffee.
Coffee. Love it. How do you are you black? Are you cream, sugar? What's your
We have a Breville, so I make like a latte every morning. It's so good.
perfect?
That's
Yeah.
delicious. Okay, I'm going to read the quote that Brooke said in her interview. She said, I said, who would win in a fight between you two, like a physical altercation? She said, I would win, but she would start it. What are your thoughts?
She would win because I don't get aggressive like that.
Even in like a do or die situation?
I don't know. I'm just like you have it.
But why'd she say
all
you would
you.
start it? Why would you start it?
Because she just has to say something. I don't know what she means by I would start it, but
That's so funny. I feel like have you seen the show Special Forces?
Yeah. Well, I know what it is. I haven't really seen it.
It just puts you in that position where I think something comes out of you that you don't even know it would come out until you're in that scenario. And so I'm saying this because I'm like, if it was a do or die situation, you have that.
Yeah,
fighter,
true. Maybe.
competitor
I don't
mentality.
know. I've never really thought about it in that sense.
Yeah.
Well, we don't ever have to find out.
I'm not trying to
I'm like,
condone
I don't
violence.
know. I feel like
Rhetorical.
I feel like she would still win. I'll just give it to her.
All right. She's got it. She's got it. Okay. Burpees or thrusters, which would you rather suffer through?
I honestly hate both. Yeah. But I think probably thrusters.
Yeah. So I'm the same.
Ugh. Okay, what is a red flag about yourself and what is a green flag about yourself?
Oh gosh. Red flag, procrastinator, big one. I guess green flag is just like my work ethic.
Yeah, I love that.
That's awesome. One movement that you hope would never show up in competition again.
Ring muscle ups.
Yeah. Bye.
That's
See
like
you.
no thought at all. Yeah.
Your strongest lift and the stats.
Probably deadlift. We haven't had that in a competition since I've been competing, but my max is 415.
Casual.
It's ridiculous.
That's why it's even hard to explain to people listening, watching who aren't in that world. But when you say it takes, 2 hours to do lifts or whatever you mentioned, it's because you're lifting that heavy. You can't, swimmers are like, let me rest 30 seconds and get back in. It's because they're not lifting 415 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Let's make that distinction. If you could instantly master any new skill, what would it be?
Ooh.
Also, this could be athletic or not related whatsoever. Whatever you want.
Like back in the day, I always wished that I was good at basketball,
Yeah.
but like I don't think that would really do anything for me now.
I could kind of see it though. I could see you just getting on the court and weaving and dodging.
See, like I'm just so not good with
Like
any
hand-eye.
ball sports.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a D in 4th grade in hand-eye coordination skills.
See, I would too.
Yeah, right? They shouldn't be grading 9-year-olds on that.
They really shouldn't. That's sad. Because I also feel like you've kept that with you since the
it's-
4th grade.
It's childhood trauma
Yeah.
right in there, and it's never leaving. Am I going?
Yes, it's you. It's you.
What is your ideal date?
Ooh. Like, is it a first date?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't really like going to dinner on a first date, so maybe
Why?
because you just get stuck.
If they suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really know what my ideal would be, but a good one would be maybe we go get a drink somewhere and we pop around a couple. If it's a good date, we'll go to another bar, get a different drink. Bounce
But it gives you
around.
an out. If it's not, you can just end
Yeah.
it. And yeah.
Just
Smart.
something very casual.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you have a go-to spot for cocktails in Nashville?
I really like 1230 Club.
So
That's
nice.
great.
Love that
Yeah.
place.
It's a great location too.
Your husband loves 12:30
My
Club.
husband loves.
Oh,
12:30.
really? I think it might be my favorite bar in Nashville.
Well, you just give my husband a rooftop, and we joke that it's his bat signal. If anyone in the group chat mentions a rooftop, my husband's like, "What? Where? When?" And he just appears.
Really? That's hilarious.
Okay. What is your dream vacation spot if you had 2 weeks off from training?
I don't really want to say Hawaii because I'm going there, but I think Hawaii.
So
We're
great.
going there after Mesa.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah.
For how long?
I think 2 weeks.
That's perfect. What island are you going to?
I honestly don't even know.
Oh,
My
it's gonna be
sister has
amazing.
been a million times, so she's planning everything. It's for my mom's wedding, so I'm really excited.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, I'm excited.
That's so exciting. That's going to be so special.
Yeah,
Oh, I can't wait to see pictures.
me too.
Ugh.
She's she got engaged there, so now we're having the wedding there, and then I think me and my sister are gonna stay an extra week.
That's perfect.
so nice.
That'll be wonderful. And I always loved having something to look forward to after a big competition
Agree.
too. Like it's so nice, especially as like the training, like just knowing that you get to go give it your all, have that moment, and then you have something that'll just kind of like, you can just go and completely detach and relax. And that's perfect.
Are you someone who can just relax for those 2 weeks, or are you gonna try to be working out and stuff?
Oh no, I can relax.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow, you must live a really carefree life in your.
See, like you would think so, but I am always stressed out.
What stresses you out the most?
I think just like pressure I put on myself,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially like in this sport.
Yeah.
Are you like? Is it? I know for me, it was like really hard to have an off button. Like, do you just feel like you're constantly like thinking about this lift or that person or that? Like, is it just like fuzzy?
Yeah, like anytime I try to like take a break or something, I'll be thinking about like how unbeneficial it is for me.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
so hard.
But like after a competition, it's completely different. Like I can
Okay.
unplug and relax.
Good for you. That's
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's a good balance to have.
good. Yeah. Yeah. Final three.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So we ask all of our guests these final three questions. So the first question is, what is a moment or memory outside the sport of CrossFit, track and field, World Fitness Project that's brought you the most joy?
That's kind of hard. I would say like it's outside the sport for me, but not really for my sister, but just like watching my sister. I think even just like this past weekend hit 10, it's just crazy. Like just being able to see like how much she's put into the sport and like, I don't know, just being a sister to someone that has had such success. It's really cool to see and super inspiring.
It's amazing.
Aw.
It's so special. See, part of the amazing things of getting to do it together.
Yeah.
All right. So very similar question. What is a moment or memory within your athletic career that brings you the most amount of joy?
One of the things like I would say like making the CrossFit Games, but something outside of that is even just like signing with Adidas was super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just love working with such a cool company, and like I never in a million years would have thought that I'd be sponsored by such a well-known global company.
Yeah.
So I think that's something that I really like.
That's huge. That's so cool.
That purple set that they made you is so cute. I just have to say that.
It is really cute.
It is.
It's super fun when they send us that kind of stuff. It's just awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. All right, last question. What is a word that motivates you or inspires you or just serves as a reminder of who you want to be?
This is like super random, but it has a backstory. So like when I'm in the middle of a workout or something, I always think of the word guts, which is crazy. But when I was running the 400 in track, my dad would come to every track meet. And on the final 100, like all I could hear was him screaming guts. And so like it was just like to keep pushing through and be like the person who has the guts to finish.
Yeah.
I
So
love
that's
that.
something.
Me too.
I love that.
I love words that can just be like a quick kind of tap in. Like
Yeah.
you're not thinking about it and they just remind you, okay, no, like I have it, you know?
Yeah, and it has like good memories with it too, because like I ended up like winning state that year, and it was just like it's just funny because like it really did motivate me a lot when I heard him say that.
Yeah. I love the grittiness of it too. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes people are kind of reaching for like, how do we make it hurt less? Or how do we, I mean, it's like you can't. Like the
Yeah.
only thing you can do in that moment is just literally dig as deep as you possibly can and like find something within yourself that sometimes you didn't even know was there. And it just takes guts.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh, we're not done with this interview because we have one final thing to do. How did we almost forget it? Okay.
Oh, I thought you were just waiting until we finished it. I wouldn't have let you forget.
Okay,
Don't
thank
worry.
God. Okay. For people who maybe didn't listen to Brooke, her sister's podcast. So here's the backstory. You guys were over. We were sauna cold plunging as we do pretty much every night of the week. And we, at the time, it was very, oh my God, please have battery. Okay. At the time, we were very into this grip strength challenge. I feel like the whole world was. And you guys did it. And it wasn't bad. But for someone who lifts 412 pounds for a deadlift, I did put you in the 100 zone. I won't share what you did, but Brooke came and did it and increased like a ton. She got 94. So we discovered that if you stand up, it does give you more power. She got 2 tries, so you get 2 tries.
Okay.
It sounds like you don't get angry a lot, but I would recommend getting a little bit angry. So just really down, you know the drill. Just make sure it's on. Sometimes it goes off a little bit, but we'll narrate this just so when you look at it, just do it. And
So I just hold it like this.
like that. Yep. And so like make sure it's on. Yep. Stand and don't. And the other thing too is don't do it for too long. Like I would say 3 seconds tops and just like nail it. Oh wait, say press start. For some reason it goes off after like 10 seconds. I don't want you to waste your effort. This is this is like your prelims. This is like your quarterfinals. Okay. She is pressing and go. Nice.
Still not good.
74, but that's better than it was. Okay. That was, you were like 68, but but she did that too. So now I want you to reset and like get like, that was awesome, but just get like a little bit more.
Living for this coaching.
Just get like imagine like you're in like the finals.
You're literally telling someone who can deadlift 415 pounds how to do it.
Exactly. You will crush all of us. Okay. Is it on? Okay. You like down and just like, yeah. Ooh, that looks good. That looks really good.
Oh, it's up.
Oh,
No, that one looked great.
that one looked good.
That was just extra practice.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, it's on.
Nice.
I like doing it with her.
Well, me too. I'm not even clenching.
75.
Okay.
It went up.
It went up. That was good.
Okay.
I also like, it's the morning. She was in the afternoon. There's a lot of things, but great
I
job.
need to like take that home and practice.
I mean, you can. I honestly, Missy and we did it. She beat me the first time, and then every single day I would come by.
I was like, well, this is not fair because you have this at your home and now you are practicing every day to beat me.
I feel like there's strategy to it.
There's 1,000% strategy. And like, I think this is more of a compliment to you while I'm really hammering this because you guys are so insanely strong. And so I would just think, but I think there is tactical practicing to it, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, thanks for being a good sport.
Yeah.
And the best sport.
Yes.
And thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah,
we
of course.
love getting to hear your guys' perspective, and we're so excited for Mesa and for everything that you have coming up. And just to echo sentiments from the beginning, thank you so much for sharing your journey, your sport, what you guys do. It's so important for us here at Unfiltered to just help bring people together and support one another and get to know these incredible athletes as the human beings that they are and how special they are. So thank you so much for being here in person and joining us on your rest day where you only have an hour of cardio.
Yes. Not much at all.
That's awesome.
So thank you.
Of course. Thank you.
We appreciate you.